Hi everyone, this is Carla at Carla's001 and this is day 12 challenge, and this is my husband. This is me like 25 pounds ago. So my goal for today is, I was tagged on a YouTube video by Allie Jontale to answer all these questions. You probably have seen them on YouTube. There's been quite a few of these videos going around. The one that started was, I think it was Susie, or someone tagged Susie. I don't know how it started, but somehow it was tagged by Allie and Candy 7 Rivera and Jenny Marie 99. So, and I didn't really want to do this just because I didn't want to have to put my face on camera, but I just decided to show you guys that picture, which is my my screensaver on my computer. The first question is to state my name. My name is Carla Yvonne. Yvonne's my middle name, but you all know me as Carla's001. It says, how or why did you get started on YouTube? I actually I got started on YouTube by my husband. I used to take tons of scrapbooking classes at different scrapbook stores. I used to take them like twice a week, and each class is about $45 to $65 a class. And he would always ask me, why do you keep taking all these classes? I used to tell him, well, because I want to learn how to do techniques. I want to learn how to do stuff. I want to see them do it. So he was like, well, why don't you watch YouTube? And I'm like, YouTube? And I just thought YouTube was kind of like, I was like, isn't that like all like pornography and crazy stuff and people doing really stupid things? Kind of like really off things, kind of childish stuff. And he was like, no. He's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's stuff on everything. He's like, he's like, if you search for that dumb stuff, that's what you're going to find. And then he actually went out and started searching YouTube for me, videos. And he was like, look. So the first YouTube video that I started watching was actually Marion Smith. So Marion Smith was like the first person. I remember it was like a Halloween album, and I swear I was drooling. I was like stuck on I remember I must have watched it like 10 times because I couldn't believe someone was teaching how to do this mini on for free. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then after that, the other people that I started really watching was Arlene, My Butterfly Kisses 12, and Bona. And then it was just kind of like, they were to me like the gods of YouTube. They still are. By the way, Marion, Bona, Arlene, you guys are like I love you. I love you all three. You three are amazing. So yeah, that's how I got started on YouTube. Where do you create? That's the third question. I actually create at my not so local scrapbook store. It's called Remember When. It's about 25 miles from where I live. And I try to go every Friday night. It's just, I don't have a designated space at my home. And it's just, I don't feel creative at home. I like being around creative people when I'm creating. So I create 99.9% of the time at Remember When. And sometimes you guys, I know a lot of you guys say, who know me, oh, you're so lucky to have a place that's really close to you. And actually on Friday nights, it takes me like an hour and a half to get there on Fridays. So really, it's not that close and it's not that convenient, but for me, it's worth all that drive and worth all that time. So, question number 4, do you ever lose your mojo? I lose my mojo like every 5 minutes. I will start off strong, and then it just kicks a bucket on me. So yeah, I lose my mojo like 90% of the time. So, question number 5, what's your favorite technique? My favorite technique would have to be distressing. I love the aged, the grungy, the dingy, the rip it up. I just love that whole look. That's by far my favorite. Just distressing is my favorite technique. 6, what is your favorite product? Oh geez, that's hard. I can't just say a favorite product because I honestly don't have a favorite product. I will try to just mention my 5 favorite products because I wouldn't be able to say which one's which. Number 1 would have to be like, again, this is not in any specific order. I would have to say my distress inks. I don't ever scrapbook or create without my distress inks. Another thing would be my glues. I don't know them by the top of my head, but I'm really specific about my glues. One of the glues that I've learned to just totally love, I think it's this white tape, and it's, a lot of you guys, like, I know Michael sells it, it's a red version, but this one's white, and I know it comes from Canada. I think it's called Sea-Wag or something like that, I'm not sure, but I have one that's like 4 or 5 inches wide. So I use that a lot for when I'm using my die cut machine, my Big Shot. I will actually die cut that so I can put like German glass glitter or fine glitter or whatever, so it sticks on there, or yeah, whatever you want, something whenever I want to get something sticky on it, or just for taping up my minis, the edges, I feel it gives it a really good seal on them. And I love, let's see, I love Glimmer Mist. I am a Glimmer Mist junkie. I must own over 250 colors. A lot of those, I mean, I'm sure like 100 of those are duplicates, because I am one who sticks the same thing over and over. I love Beauty. I love using Beauty. I don't know, I mean, it's favorite products. I love Prima. My favorite products, I guess, or I don't know if it would be products or brand, would be, my number 1 would be Graphics 45. No, I guess that would be brand. Forget it. Product. I don't know. There's so many. Oh, Trim product. My favorite all-time product is Trim. 7. Are you right? A night owl or a rooster? I'm naturally a rooster. I usually go to work at anytime between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm up 2 hours before to get ready and to get to work. I'm definitely, I honestly can stay up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning every time I crop. When I go to crops, I can stay up and I am not falling asleep. And I don't need a Red Bull to keep me up either. So I can definitely be a night owl. My husband gets off work like really late, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And when I'm off, I wait up for him. So yeah, I could definitely be a night owl. I think I'm naturally more of a night owl, but I'm a rooster just forced by work. But I have no problem waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It says, number 8, what do you hoard? What don't I hoard? I would say what I hoard the most is my trim. I buy trim by the ton, and yeah, a lot of you guys know that I sell it, but I have my personal stash of trim, and you would not believe how much trim I have. Trim that it's just for me, and I have kits that I've been making and selling, and I won't use my personal trim stash. That's my stash. I love it. It's like my pride and joy. And I hoard, I think, a lot of flowers. I don't mind using my flowers. It's just, I think, because if you guys saw my flower collection, you'd probably be, I forget that I have some of the flowers, so sometimes I rebuy. So I don't know if that's really hoarding or that's more of a problem. So, but I would say hoarding, the biggest issue would be, yes, trim and probably flowers. 9, do you have a wish list? My wish list would be my number 1 wish would actually be to meet and see one of my beasties, Jenny Marie 99. That would be one of my scrapbooking / personal wish lists. The other one would be to get an AccuCut. One of the reasons I don't have an AccuCut, and it's kind of like on my long-term wish list, is I don't have room for it. I don't have a scrapbook room, so it would be silly for me to have an AccuCut. If I had a room for it, I would have ordered an AccuCut like yesterday. So, but otherwise, I don't have a wish list, just because if it's something that I really want, I get it. It's not wanting to sound like a spoiled brat or whatever, but you guys, I don't have kids, so I'm I guess that's the only benefits of not having children or children yet, is I'm able to be selfish and spoil myself rotten. So, and I have an amazing husband. So, 10, favorite color and style. My favorite color is black, turquoise, brown. I love black, turquoise, brown. I'm not a girly girl. I'm not into like pinks and purples. I actually hate purple. So I'm definitely not a baby pink, I love like turquoise, like fluorescent pink, or not fluorescent pink, but like that. I like this color pink, but I like the darker shades of pink, but I don't like scrapbooking those colors. It's, or even wearing them actually. My favorite style is grungy, dirty, rip it up. I remember I once heard Rena Scrapture said, she made something, I think it was for Arlene or Bone, and she said, I ripped it up, grunged it up, and drove over it, or something like that. And I thought that was so hilarious, because that's honestly how I like the stuff that's how I prefer to create. I like stuff not looking so neat and not looking so perfect. I don't know, I'm not neat at all when it comes to my creation. So another one is, do you sing in the car? Heck no. I don't like to sing, and I don't want to hear my own self sing. So no, I don't sing. Sometimes I might like kind of say the words, but sing, like, no. I have sung at karaoke though, at a cruise a few times. I was really not. I had too much alcohol. Yeah, my husband ran out of he like left me there because he said I was crazy. But yeah, but no, I'm an awful singer. So a favorite food. My favorite food would be Italian food. I love Italian, and I love Thai food. That would be my favorite food, Italian and Thai food. 13, what do you like? What do you collect other than scrapbooking items? So, things I collect, but I use is Coach stuff. I have a closet for my Coach purses. My husband, that's why I don't have a scrap room, because I have our walk-in closet became my Coach kind of, yeah. And the other thing I love buying and collecting is Tiffany products. I love jewelry. I don't buy their diamonds or anything like that. I wish, but I'm like a silver junkie, and I love their bracelets, their necklaces, their rings. This is actually my favorite Tiffany's ring. This one, I don't know if you can see it. This one and the mesh ring are my favorite, and I have the never-ending ring. Those are my favorite rings. Again, I'm actually very simple. I'm trying to get my husband, I want to make my Tiffany's ring my like wedding rings, just because I don't like using stones. A lot has to do with work, the kind of job I have. So, but yeah, I would say I would collect Coach purses, wallets, bags, wristlets, coin changers. I have tons of like their purse, their headbands, the shoes, yeah. And then let's see what else. Oh, and I also collect perfumes. I'm a huge perfume junkie. I love having, not so much anymore though, just because I think as I got a little bit older, I used to use I would try them all. But yeah, I do have a perfume collection that I'm getting rid of slowly, but I do have it, stuff that I haven't collected in a long time. 14, hobbies other than scrapbooking. The only hobby I really have is scrapbooking. I don't have anything. I love to shop. I guess my husband would say that's a hobby, but other than that, I don't have anything else. 15, tell me a funny story. I don't even know if I should even talk about this, because this is actually really embarrassing. But it's like, let's see, funny story. I don't know if I should say. When I think funny stories, I can only think one, and it happened to me, and that's why I'm like, gosh, I don't know if I should. Okay, so it was like 3-4 years ago, and I just remember, yeah, it was 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago in Christmas, and I had just purchased my car. My car was brand new then. And we had gone to I don't know if it was a Christmas party, a New Year's Eve party, or a party. I think it was a New Year's Eve party, and I get drunk like 2 times a year, but I'm not a drinker. I can go to a party and not have anything to drink. So I'm not really a drinker, but it was like a New Year's Eve party, and I'm a tequila girl. I can give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots of tequila, girl. I will take those down. I love tequila. So it was a tequila night, and I got really, I had too much to drink, and I just remember being in the car, and I told my husband I had to really go to the bathroom. I had to pee, and we were on the freeway. Again, this is actually we were like 30 miles away from our home. And he said, do you really have to go now? And I said, yeah. And he said, I'm going to pull off the freeway. He's like, I have some paper towels, and just go on the side of the freeway. He's like, because we're not going to be home for like another 30 minutes. So, and we were kind of like in the middle of somewhere where there wasn't somewhere, and I said I had to go now. It wasn't like I can wait 5 minutes. So he was pulling off the side of the freeway, and I thought he said, go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom on my brand new car. And I remember telling him, oh, I'm so warm. It was cold. And yeah, and I mean, I still remember to this day. And it doesn't stop there. And I got kind of sick as I was getting, as he pulled out of the car, because he had to go over the little bumpy off the side of the freeway. It got kind of shaky and bumpy as he was pulling off onto the side of the freeway, that I guess it upset my stomach, and I threw up in my car as well. So I thought that's kind of funny and gross at the same time. But you know, I'm keeping it real. I have no problem making an ass out of myself and saying that story to you guys, because really that's like the funniest thing. I mean, now looking at it, I thought that was really, really funny. So this is called a tag your it video. So now I need to tag someone, and I am going to be tagging Joe from Paper Drama. So Joe, mama, you're it. Make your video, sister. Hey you guys, thank you so much. And again, this is my Marion Smith day 13, or is it day 12 video out of 31. Thank you all. Bye.